The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Monday, February 3rd. The Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. You get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Monday, February 3rd. YouTube.com/the college experience. We're going to break down every single game on the goddamn slate because that's what we do on this show. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Oh boy. Not the best Sundays. But I'm all right. After Saturday, I can't bitch. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ryan and Rush Show, and make sure you check out the College Basketball Experience pregame show each and every single day. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How are you, my friend?
Doing good. Yeah, I went 7-8. So losing Sunday, winning week. New week starts. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yeah. I mean, let's just dive right into this thing. Let's do it. It's short and sweet today. Shout out to the chat. This are the Illini triple lock. Took care. Sweaty. It was a little sweaty. Against Ohio State. Took care of business. 87-79. And a good day to you. Or so I thought. Your thoughts on this one?
It was looking like Ohio State was going to be the better team for a while there. Illinois finds a way, grinds it out. What were they down? They were down double digits in the second half at one point. I think it took a half with all their guys coming back, being fully healthy. The big fella back in the lineup. Yeah, Yakachonis as well. Illinois is still trying to find themselves. I mean, they got all this talent, but they have not. They're 15-7, 7-5 overall in the Big Ten. We'll see what they become here over the next 4 or 5 weeks headed into March. But good win, finding a way to get back in the win column, and a nice cover.
Yeah, I tend to, as the season always goes along, I tend to fade Illinois come March every year. Just something about them in the past, I don't know, decade, I would say. Then I got absolutely fucking destroyed. I can't remember if you went with me or not, but I did take Fairfield and the points. And Iona won by 23. Who the hell is this Iona team?
They could win the league. They have a lot of talent. They beat the fuck out of them right from the start.
Yeah.
Not good, Bieniek.
Yeah.
Not a good play.
And then this one was killer. I mean, I'm assuming you got the same number as me. I had ETSU -3.5, and they won by 3 against Furman. This was the one I was most heated on all day. Another great SoCon game. Surprise, surprise! Another SoCon game by less than 5 points. Your thoughts as the Buccaneers get a big win? Jaden Seymour had a big game. Your thoughts on this one?
I was lucky and I had 2.5. So got a good book out there. The guy gave me 2.5. It ended up mattering. I mean, Furman was up like 15 to start the game. They kind of hit ETSU right in the mouth, but ETSU was able to get stops down the stretch of the first half, I thought. And then I thought their athleticism just wore down Furman throughout, but missed free throws. And there's another game where a missed free throw killed us as well.
Why didn't we bet Tulsa? I was close to pulling the trigger on Tulsa. Why did I not bet this? Tulsa loses by 3 to Tulane. Tulsa's just a sleepy opponent. I don't think anybody, gets to the gym early to take on Tulsa. It was a great spot. I should have bet. I mean, we picked this correctly. This is on me. I'm sorry if you dialed 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. This was not on the card. It should have been. But Elron Hunter, Battlefield Earth, they get it done against these Golden Hurricane. And look, I still want to ask you this question. If Memphis gets upset,
could happen.
I know we say UAB or North Texas, but North Texas just lost at home as a 16-point favorite to UTSA. UAB's been all over the place. They have been playing better the second half of the season, but you got Tulane has been playing a lot better the second half of the season. Could the Green Wave perhaps be the top team besides Memphis?
I think it's UAB still. And I think UAB and North Texas are better, but I will say Tulane, I think, is that next tier, and then probably Temple's with them.
I'm just saying North Texas dropped 50 points at home. If they do that at in a random tournament game, you will lose. I don't give a fuck who you're playing. You will lose to one of these teams.
That was a puzzling loss. I mean, we pinned the look ahead spot, but we didn't think they would lose the game. And yeah, I mean that was buried on that 150 game slate on Saturday that didn't get enough attention. Where it's like, the fuck, North Texas lost to UTSA at home. Yeah.
I mean, and I watched that game. I had it on one of the screens here.
Yeah.
UTSA, that was no fluke. They were better the whole day. Yeah, they were. Yeah. Well, we battled here, and I did take the goddamn money line. Sienna, 84. The Aqueduct, 75. Quinnipiac bullshit.
Choke job.
Jerry Mack, baby, my boy. I love the Sienna team. Your thoughts?
Yeah, they were down 15 with 15 minutes to go. They come all the way back, win by 9.
That's very Jerry Mack during his playing career, by the way.
Yeah, Quinnipiac fraud, 9-1 team, choke job to cost them first place right now. That was a bad loss for Quinnipiac considering where they're at in the standings.
Yeah, and then let's get to this one.
Right
State -2.5.
Fucking bastards.
They win by 2 against Bob Morris. Was this like the Furman East Tennessee State game one? Like we could have hit that, but this one, was this the most painful loss of the day?
Yeah. I mean, I will say this was another one where they were down 10 in the second half. How many teams were down double digits in the second half today and came back to win or almost win? But so they were down 10, but then they came back and they were up 8 with 2.5 goddamn minutes to go, and they fucking won by 2. So yeah, pretty painful to get hooked that way. Finally, Robert Morris streak ends.
I'm so glad I didn't bet this next game because I was considering it. but much in the vein of North Texas, Cincinnati goes up and puts 50 points on the board at home as West Virginia cruises to a 63-50 win. I mean,
Morgantown, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Morgantown. Morgantown, WV.
Let's go, baby. Nice
what
win.
in the fuck was this? I mean, I'm not saying West Virginia winning the game. That's not surprising to me. It is surprising to me that Cincinnati scores 50 points at home. What? You can't do that. He's going to get fired. He's going to get fired this year.
Well, especially because when I saw that crowd to start the game, I was like, oh, fuck. We're probably going to walk into a buzzsaw here. And Cincinnati they can't score. Nobody can make a goddamn jump shot on this team. And, I mean, the Mountaineers were up 18 with like 5 minutes left. Just completely went in there, choked them out. Javon Small had a good day. Yesfu had a big day. Connie, Harris, all the role guys stepped up. And that's a big win for the Mountaineers to stop the bleeding. I mean, we had lost 3 in a row. Now we're back at 5-5. Realistically, probably need, 4 more to get back to the dance. Resume's strong. Cincinnati, though, we came into the year. I think that we kind of said Texas Tech and Cincinnati could be the dark horses. They brought back everybody from last year, and they finished strong. They're 2-8 in the fucking Big 12 right now.
I was about to say, does he survive? I'm just talking out of my ass a little bit right now on the projections, but I'm looking at the remaining schedule, and I'm just going to guess that they have 4 more wins, right?
Yeah.
And these were the 4 I did. I have at UCF loss, home to BYU win, home to Utah win, at Iowa State loss, at West Virginia loss, home to TCU win, home to Baylor. I put as a question mark game. At Houston loss, home to K-State question mark game, at Oklahoma State question mark game. I thought they'd win one of those 3 question mark games. That's 4 wins. That's 16 wins. Is Wes Miller coaching Cincinnati next year?
I don't know, man. Like, probably we get 1 more year. Probably we get a 3rd year in the Big 12. But
here's maybe a good question. Like maybe before, is he still the coach? From Rob Donaldson asks, what are reasonable expectations for Cincinnati year after year in the Big 12?
This is a proud program, man.
Yeah,
I mean
Bob Huggins and then Mick Cronin.
Even way back in the day with fucking Oscar Robinson and shit. You know what I mean? Like they've been a good basketball program for a while. I mean, to me, they should have better expectations than. Like, I mean, how can you watch? I'll be honest. Like, how can you watch UCF and Houston hit the ground running in the Big 12? Yeah. Even BYU. I would even say BYU is ahead of them in the Big 12 since they've entered. Yeah,
they're the worst.
Yeah, yeah. You. To me, if I'm a Cincinnati fan, I'm saying, move on. I really believe, because another thing is, like, they just don't look good. All year, I've said this to you. I was like, man, they're a phony ass team.
Yep.
They just don't look good to me. And when I think Cincinnati, I think, it's a big city. You can win there. I mean, I don't think to me this should be a good, attractive job. Now, obviously this coaching cycle, I mean, maybe you do wait a year. I don't know, because you're talking about potentially Indiana and North Carolina, potentially Syracuse, some major fucking jobs opening up. So maybe in that realm, you're saying, I don't know, but I mean, I to me, like, I'd get rid of it. I would move on if it was me. If it was up to me, I would move on.
It would be 4 straight non-NCAA tournaments. I mean, he didn't make the tournament his first or second year when he was in the American either. So, like you said, man, this is Cincinnati. You have higher expectations than to go to 4 straight NITs. I mean, we remember the Hugs era. We remember even Mick Cronin. Mick Cronin had it going there, and then you mentioned it with Oscar Robertson. It's not that they're like, you can lose to Kansas and Baylor, but you can't lose at Utah and at BYU. You can't lose to both of them, and then you come home and lose to West Virginia. I know it's a little bit of a rivalry, but West Virginia's shorthanded. Like that, Cincinnati should have won today in terms of like a desperation spot, but instead West Virginia ran them out of the fucking building and beat them by 20.
You can't score 50 points at home against a depleted Dub V team on a first-year coach. I mean, I think if you're Cincinnati, I know I've been labeling this like it should be a rivalry game. It's not really a rivalry game yet. But if I'm Cincinnati, Morgantown, West Virginia is not far away, and you're seeing success there in year one.
Speaking of Morgantown, West Virginia, did you see Dustin's comment, Mac? He wants this head coach of Cincinnati.
What, at Cincinnati?
That would be incredible.
It'd be great,
incredible.
but it's not
going to happen.
realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say, Jared Calhoun started his career at Cincinnati. Eric Martin down at South Carolina State played for Hugs at Cincinnati. Like, you got guys that have Cincinnati ties out there that are having success in the coaching industry. So this thing, they need to get back to that Hugs era type of hire, though. Wes Miller ain't cutting it, to your point.
Yeah, I would cancel. I mean, I don't understand the wasting time. Like, I know in certain instances you could pull up examples, but in today's day and age, I don't think like you can change your fucking team tomorrow. I mean, providing the season's over, you can go out and get whoever. I think it's a failure. You know what I mean? On pretty big level.
I'm surprised that he hasn't worked out there. I thought it was a good hire when they hired him from Greensboro.
I thought it could be. I mean, but then again, Pope at BYU. I know he's not at BYU now, but he got them looking good entering the Big 12. Sampson's a fucking legend. And then Johnny Dawkins, though, who struggled at Stanford, got it going at UCF. I mean, I know they're not killing it, but I'm saying that to me, they passed the eye test way more than Cincinnati, even though they're coming off a bad loss at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, they should be way better than 2-8. Hey, to Rob's point, what's expectations? They should win at least 20 games at Cincinnati. Because they play a good schedule. They have bye games, and then they should be around 500 in the Big 12 at least, not 2-8.
Here's another reason why you might want to fire him this year, because you might be firing Scott Satterfield in football next year.
Well, that needs to happen.
Well, no, I'm saying, I mean, to me, like, you don't want to do both in the same fucking year.
Yeah.
So to me, unless he pulls it out of his ass in the Big 12
James
championship
Madison this year seems like they picked up right where they left off.
What's that?
What do you mean?
Football, basketball. I mean,
like you're saying Signetti leaving and then
hiring the same cycle.
Hired football, basketball coaches.
I got you.
Years.
Well, JMU's a fucking a juggernaut at coaching hires. That athletic director, and by the way, he's retiring. I believe he's retiring after this in June. That dude has been making great hires for a minute now. You know, like they've had like 5 or 6 great football coaches in a row there. And obviously their basketball and baseball teams have gotten a lot better too.
You also have 2 really good mid-major leagues in Ohio. The MAC, there's some good coaches in the MAC. I mean, you go Jeff Bowles, you could go John Gross, you could go Rob Chertoff. Kowalczyk, or you could go the Horizon round. I mean, Danielle Robinson has won 13 in a row at Cleveland State right now. He's right down the road from Cincinnati. I mean, you got plenty of options to sit back, and what they've done. This is not meeting expectations at Cincinnati.
And dare I say, Will Wade?
Yeah, Will Wade would be good.
We say this for every job opening. He's the Brad Stevens of this cycle. What about Brad Stevens? Could they call Brad Stevens?
There's 2 other leagues right in their backyard too. Ohio Valley, they're probably not really wooed by, but Missouri Valley, man.
Missouri Valley.
There are some quality coaches in the Missouri Valley.
Yeah.
I mean, just go look at Shirts year 1 in St. Louis. Even with all the injuries, they're still top 4, I think, in the A10 right now. But I mean, McCollum at Drake.
I mean, shit. I think
Wardle
you
at
should even look
Bradley.
at Odom at VCU. I mean, I know he doesn't have a history in Ohio. Shit, it's not that far away.
Frank
I mean,
Martin.
yeah. I mean, fuck it.
He's-
Why not? He got to a Final Four. He can do better than this shit.
He
Yeah.
started at Cincinnati with Hugs. That's
Hey.
what they should put it back with.
Yeah.
Bring back Frank.
That could honestly, if they threw a floater out there to Frank, do you think he takes it with UMass going to the MAC next year?
Oh fuck yeah! You take the Cincinnati job. It's in the Big 12. It's the
Well,
MAC.
I
with
already had Frank.
UMass, you'd be doing the same amount of travel as you would with Cincy in the Big 12.
Yeah,
I already
yeah.
had Frank penciled in though for the South Florida job because that's open after the year.
Bulls.
Interim coach.
Yeah.
They got drilled today by Florida Atlantic, and they look like that. I mean, that job's open. That job's open. Where like, what? He's from South Florida, right?
Yeah, he's from Miami.
I know that's in Tampa.
Yeah.
And that's a little confusing, but still, you would take that, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, they're moving to the MAC. Like we got to reevaluate the UMass job now. I mean, it's not an A10 job anymore. You're in the fucking MAC, which sucks. If I'm Cincinnati, I'm hiring Jared Calhoun at Utah State. He's an
I
Ohio
think
guy.
that's one of the first on the list.
Yeah. I mean, he's already coached at Youngstown. He started his career with Hugs at Cincinnati. He's part of that. The glory years, as the Cincinnati Bearcats fans like to refer to. And obviously he's done well at Utah State. That would be my first phone call, Jared Calhoun.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. We got cute with shout out to Florida Atlantic destroying South Florida, but
Bobby Oregon says bring in Bryce Drew. That's another name. Have the two Drew brothers in the Big 12.
I don't think Bryce Drew deserves it yet.
He'd be a weird fit. He's kind of
he's
weird guy.
Well, he
maintained
didn't
the
deserve to be
top-notch-
fired at Vandy though. Like they had some injuries.
He's maintained a top-notch program in the WAC.
They spend way more than I realize. Like I think I could have.
far the
Like
best.
I'm not being a
But-
dick. I'm just
yeah,
saying. Like I
I know
really
what you
believe
mean, but-
I could do that. Yeah.
What else do you want him to do? You know, like what else can he do?
He was good at Valpo. I will say that.
I thought he got the shaft at Vandy. I did.
Agree.
Because his team was completely just bad luck with injuries that final year.
Quentin Minnis says, "Yo, Frank was my PE at Miami High."
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
It's back when Frank was a bad motherfucker, man. He was the bouncer at night. He was the math teacher. That guy, he's crazy back then.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think Bryce Drew could he get the Arizona State job? If Grand Canyon wins a game in the tournament, he gets the Arizona State job. I bet you.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Arizona State things. Is he on the hot seat? I feel like
Does Arizona State think they can do better than Bryce Drew though? I think they have like a superiority complex that's like we're not going to the mid majors for a coach.
I'm just so sick of Bobby Hurley out there. I don't
well,
know.
I was. Do you remember last year we met up with our people from ASU and they're like, we're very happy with Bobby Hurley, and I'm like, damn, I came into that Vegas trip thinking like, he's got to be gone, and I'm like, how are they this happy with him?
They were happy with Bobby, but they do not like Willie Bloomquist, the baseball coach, and I was like, I'm completely flipped. I like give Bloomquist a little bit of a runway here.
I mean, Bobby Hurley might be able to he did a good job at Buffalo, and maybe a reset is what's needed. Doesn't mean you're a shitty coach if you fail. Like we saw Johnny Dawkins at Stanford. He was terrible at Stanford. He's getting it going again at UCF. So life's about timing, you know? But I think Arizona State should consider moving on. And much like I'll say this though, if you had faith on a team making a run to get to March, would you have more faith in Arizona State or Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Really? I would do Arizona State.
They have veterans that I've seen win games. That's where I'm perplexed at this team. Maybe Dylan Mitchell's the problem. That's the guy that was the big ad in the offseason. I don't know. Arizona State, they're too big a shit show to fucking put anything consistent together.
But I think that like I never see Cincinnati like under Wes Miller at least like Arizona State can beat good teams. I mean, we haven't seen it that much lately, but I'm saying like I believe they're more capable of beating a good team than Cincinnati is.
Probably until they get to the game where you're supposed to win, and then they'll headbutt the opponent and get a technical foul.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
They just do so much dumb shit every time I watch them in a big game. They'll be winning the whole game, and then they'll just choke the last 4 minutes.
Going back to the scoreboard here, we got cute with St. Peter's. Mount St. Mary's is rolling, by the way. 15-point win.
Donnie Lynn, baby, doing a great
Dude,
job.
They look great the game prior at MEAC. Are they the best team in the MEAC?
No, but it's been a great coaching job. I mean, for year one, flip it already, have a winning record. I got to think Marist is the best team still, right?
Marist was lit on Friday night too. If you didn't catch that, but I don't know. I think it's all very close. That's why I posed I wouldn't pose the question in other leagues, but I think it's all very close to who's the best team in that conference. We cashed on the Jaspers despite them not winning. Fucking Sacred Heart 74, Manhattan 72, but we got the cover. And then the shocker of the day, to me, more than any of these other ones, Evansville 80, Belmont 75. What?
Dude, what a week for Evansville.
What? Belmont at home. I respect Belmont at home.
Yeah.
What is this? Bad bet. I mean, I'm shocked by this. I mean, Belmont had a halftime lead, but down the stretch, Evansville made all the plays. Shout out to Rob Donaldson, whose favorite play of the day was Evansville. Damn, a nice call, buddy. Your thoughts? I did not think they were capable of winning it outright in Belmont. Yeah,
I did not. But look at what Evansville did this week. They beat Murray, then they go to Belmont and win. They're quietly 6-6 in the Valley. So David Ragland doing a good job there, all things considered. Evansville's a hard job in that Valley. So they took it on the chin early in league play, but they seem to have found themselves recently.
Yeah. Then where did we go? Did we go 1-1 on our battles? Because IPFW edges out Milwaukee.
Fun game.
Milwaukee blows up a 3 or 4 point halftime lead. I don't know what it was. This was a fun game. I still love the Horizon. It's near and dear to my heart. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, that was a fun game. Fort Wayne, their cha offense worked today. I mean, they made 13 threes, and that was the difference compared to Milwaukee. I think he made like 5 or 6. So Fort Wayne's hard to beat when they're making shots, but if they're not, then they're definitely vulnerable. Good win for Hoffman and company.
Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee, you had to get that one to me. Come on. Of course, Rice, the Owls stay within the number. Memphis, it almost happened again. But Memphis 86, Rice 83.
Memphis sucks.
Haggerty had a big game for the Tigers, but that's what I'm saying. I actually think the AAC is going to give you a team that Memphis is going to get an outright.
Probably.
And someone's got, whether it's UAB, whether it's Tulane, someone's a bit thief in this conference.
Yeah. Memphis at large, and then somebody wins the conference tournament.
Is Memphis on the bubble if they do lose?
No. Memphis has a really good resume.
Well, they beat Missouri. They beat San Francisco. They beat UConn and Michigan State.
Memphis is comfortable, in my opinion.
Clemson as well. Yeah.
I just
Old
remember
Miss
that.
too.
I just remember that Arkansas State loss and then the Temple loss.
And I remember ECU should have beat them in Memphis, but the refs were very, very.
That was so bad. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, Memphis could probably afford 2 or 3 of those penny losses still and get in.
Yep.
That's gonna happen. I'm calling that. Something's gonna happen this year in the.
They're almost losing at fucking Rice.
Yeah. We double locked the Tommies as they won by 17 against North Dakota. You don't just walk into the Shoenecker and get a dub. Staples are super sharp there. Your thoughts?
I mean, they drilled them from the tip. This was like no contest. Wire to wire, North Dakota State never had the lead. The Tommies made shots. And was that the first ever national TV game for the Tommies at home? CBS Sports Network. I've never seen them play a national TV game at home.
I think you're right.
And man, they were jumping at the Shoenecker. They fucked up North Dakota State. Great win, Tommies.
Yeah. Saber said, could ECU steal a bit? I mean, in theory, if you have the right path, it wouldn't shock me if they were able to beat, a couple teams. But I would put Tulane's a more consistent team than ECU. UAB's a more consistent team. I mean, ECU can lose to anyone in the fucking conference. As much as I do think this is their best team in a while, they're still like, you can't trust them all the way. They could lose to fucking Rice tomorrow or whoever. But I do think it's the most talented roster ECU's had in about 25 years.
Yeah.
So for whatever that's worth.
That would be a fun Vegas trip if it happens. Mac's team looks to be 500 in the Big 12, and that should get in as an at-large. Michigan looks like they should be comfortable in at-large. If ECU is the team that emerges out of the AAC tournament, that'd be a fun first round in Vegas.
Don't hold.
I just can't. Yeah, you're at. Here's the problem with that. Like, I do believe ECU could beat Memphis if you're looking for a team that could upset Memphis. But I also think you're asking them to rattle off how many wins in a row is that tournament? All these tournaments have changed, but I believe that would be 3 or 4 at least, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I hesitate. Can Mike, may the Schwartz be with you, do that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to win 5 in a row. I mean, we saw it with Temple last year. They pulled off all those upsets, and they got to Sunday, 5th game in 5 days, and then they got boat raced by UAB. They just had no legs.
Yeah. Nice call on Northern Iowa. I should have tailed you on that 14-point win. I didn't bet that game. They look good today, man. Big win there, and then we ate a pile of shit on Colorado. This one was annoying. They're fucking terrible.
Are they going to win a game?
They're fucking terrible. How do you let the whole team leave? If you would have brought back the 3 or 4 guys that hit the portal, this team would actually be. I mean, they wouldn't make the tournament, I don't think, but they'd still be a lot better than they are today. And then Merrimack against Ryder. They do not cover, and you're a moving company. I think we battled on this. Did we battle on this?
I stayed away from this game.
Oh, yeah. I took Merrimack. And then DePaul, the Blue Balls, 74-57. Put some respect on these RuPaul Blue Balls as they take down Seton Hall. You know what? Holloway is going to leave. He's going to leave.
They're fucking bad.
Well, they have no NIL. Where could he go?
If Shaheen leaves, like, who wants him right now after this season?
South Florida. He could probably get a similar amount of money in the AAC or something like that.
You know? I think that's
he won't get fired because he just he won the NIT last year.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve to be fired. His best player, because he can't pay him, goes to St. John's.
Yeah, it's just.
No, I think Shaheen's staying. I don't think he's going to leave.
He's an alum there too.
Read the fucking tea leaves, though. If you're not, the whole sport is about paying players.
Yeah, but I mean, look at where he's coached recently. Like St. Peter's had nothing. You know, like that was a poverty program, and he took
but St. Peter's wasn't in the Big East.
Yeah.
I think
That's
if you are going into that, I think you have a much clearer path to the NCAA tournament at South Florida than you do at Seton Hall.
I disagree though, because you can get a little bit more generosity at being a high major team, and if you have an above 500 record and you scheduled well in a non-conference and you go about 500 there, you go 18-13. That's a tournament record with an expanded tournament field. I don't think he's going anywhere.
I would leave.
They were 20-11 last year and didn't make it.
Yeah, I mean, I had them in. I thought they were robbed.
Yeah. They were robbed. Yeah. I would leave if I were him. I would just go there and say, I want to stay here. This is near and dear to my heart, but we're not playing the same game that everyone else is playing. Yeah. What do we got to do that? And if they don't meet your demands, I would say, I mean, shit, you could go. I think you could get similar money elsewhere.
I'm looking up Seton Hall's most notable alumni.
Fucking Terry DeHare. What do you think about this DePaul team?
They look good today. They made their shots today. Holman. I mean, what do we give him a year 1B? He's done solid.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed a little bit. Yeah. And then the nightcap, Nebraska just drilled Oregon really all game. I mean, fucking Altman. For whatever reason, they just can't ever be consistent in the past like 4 or 5 years. They're just a fucking roller coaster of a team. He used to be like super legit as a coach. I would say like he would always have his teams. I thought he was one of the better coaches in the game for a little bit there, but over the past like 4 or 5 years, he has been a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah,
I know they went to the Final Four or Elite Eight one of those
like
years.
2017.
Yeah. But still.
What was I gonna say? They're me and Noah were joking before the show started. They're like 500 since they won that $1 million Vegas tournament.
Money changes people. That's an age-old tale. It doesn't matter what fucking sport, what job, what profession.
They beat in 3 days. They beat A&M, San Diego State, and Alabama. 3 games in 3 days to win a mill, and they've been dog shit since.
You can't lose at home to fucking Nebraska.
Oh my god!
And like, did they even have the lead? I feel like it was wire to wire. Yeah, this is Bryce Williams.
Shout out to Nebraska for popping up this week from the dead.
Yeah,
they went to. Or
it's a huge win for them. Huge win for them.
Beat Illinois and then they win at Oregon. They're back on the bubble now.
100%. Colby, you know who they should call up in Seton Hall for some money in the athletic department? Craig Biggio. MLB
no shit. Of course I remember Craig Biggio. Yeah.
Laying around. He'll give you 20 mil for some NIL basketball, baseball rosters.
If he's not been divorced 3 times. A lot of people underestimate the power of the divorce. Yeah, Craig Biggio. Holy shit.
I mean, that's a nice guy to have in your pocket there. MLB Hall of Famer. He's got plenty there. I'm still going through this. This is a big ass list for not much that I'm looking for. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's get to game balls. The Tommies. First time on national TV. Give me a game ball. Dominant win against a good team, a good North Dakota State team that we think is good. Let's go. Where are you going on yours?
So I do love the Tommies pick. I'll go Nebraska. Nebraska, they were fucking back against the wall this week. They popped up, go to Oregon, get a big win, wire to wire, big time win.
Bill Raftery is a Seton Hall.
I don't think he's got that type of money.
I don't know. Get him before he gets on that deathbed.
I'm not trying to shit on you, Bill. I'm not trying to shit on you, Bill, but I remember we have us having Billis on the show, and Billis was talking about Rafferty at the bar.
And Dick Vitale went to Seton Hall.
Really? Yeah. I did not know that.
I knew that.
Get him. And John Fana. I don't know why I didn't think of John Fana, but I mean, Those three in college
that's
basketball
so
media, and then Craig Biggio. Get those.
I mean, what kind of
you're
the media guys? What are you asking for? 50 grand?
I don't know if you have multiple Final Fours on your resume, like CBS is paying for March Madness.
I'm not trying to shit on those guys. I'm just saying, what does John Fanta really make?
No.
Yeah, I don't think
maybe 100 grand.
Flush,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
he don't make money. He don't make money.
No, he's not like millionaires that are also helping like other schools and NIL, but the big one's Biggio. Don't get me wrong.
Biggio made money in the MLB.
Yeah. Baseball money is just insane. I don't even understand it,
especially for a sport that nobody watches.
Just invisible.
It's a Ponzi scheme. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Well, they play 162 games, so it's all the fans that come,
and they're empty ass fucking games, dude. I have been to several, like I have been to a good amount of baseball games with like 15 fans there.
Yeah,
like it's the strangest sport ever to me because you're like, wait, so this is all TV money, but then you look at the TV ratings and they're all ass, and you're just like, what? Like, I mean, short of like Wrigley, Fenway, and Yankee Stadium, Dodger Stadium. I mean, you can go to a lot of stadiums for pretty cheap dime. You know what I mean?
If the team sucks, it's a little up if the team's all right. But
dude, in Tampa Bay or something, you can go if they're fucking in first place for like $6. Yeah,
true. I mean, it's Tampa Bay though. Like,
but there's a lot of those
teams. They've been complaining about the location of that stadium for years. It's not,
dude.
In Tampa Bay,
Florida Marlins. You could do Florida Marlins. You could do Colorado Rockies. You can do Toronto Blue Jays. You could do Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, I've been to all those fucking ballparks. And not Toronto.
All of those ballparks are lit when the teams are good. Toronto, Pittsburgh are two of them that you just mentioned that are crazy if their teams are good. So,
I mean, I went to a Pittsburgh game when they were decent, but I had no stress getting a cheap ticket.
I mean, I Pittsburgh, Detroit last decade, I've been able to get $15 tickets my entire life.
That's what I'm saying. Like Arizona,
they've been bad.
Arizona, the Padres, fucking Padres, you can go see even when they're
not anymore.
Dad,
teams.
I went to a game on fucking 4th of July, like a busy day to go to a baseball game for not that expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
A Ponzi scheme.
Just call up Biggio. Get some help on the NIL.
Yeah. I will go to my Purple Aces for a game ball because that's a fucking super impressive win there by 5 on the road at Belmont. Where are you going next?
Fort Wayne, big road win at Milwaukee. Tough one Thursday night, losing to Cleveland State for first place, but nice bounce back at Milwaukee.
I'm gonna leave you your boys, and I'm gonna go with Jerry Mack and Sienna. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Where are you going? You going with your boys?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mountaineers last. I mean, that's a big win. Shorthanded. I mean, it's been shorthanded all year. So going to Cincinnati, stop the 3 game skid, get back to 500, and still trending towards the 8-9 game in the tournament, it looks like.
Yeah, there we go. Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by us. Oh yes, we are part of SGPN, Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and the Super Bowl is going on. So we're running a free Super Bowl squares pool. $1,000 winner take all for the final square. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/squares to sign up today. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/squares. We're also brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, and obviously Super Bowl is going on this weekend. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Look, scoring touchdowns is key to hoisting the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And you have a shot to score big by betting on all of them at DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the promo code SGP. Once again, that's code SGP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for gambling for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. SGPN's proud partner, Rhythm, is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds. Look, you can sit back and copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard. I believe you'll still make cash. But me, I like to build my own, and then Rhythm will adjust around what I like. They got NFL picks, props. They got college hoops, NBA. Rhythm has it all. Claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back, and we have slides, and the system
Has been
is
broken.
going on here. Bieniek, what the hell's going on with this shit? Okay, there we go. Colgate's in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, laying 3.5. This is I think I'm on Colgate here. I think I'm going to bet Colgate too.
Yeah, I like the Colgate spot. They did just play a couple of weeks ago. Lehigh actually played really well and covered that game. We're getting Colgate off a rare home blowout loss. They usually don't lose at home. Yet alone get blown out.
Double lock on the Raiders. Oh boy, don't get in front of the goddamn freight train. Alabama State, I pray for you as well. They're going to Tallahassee. The Hornets are. Take on Florida A&M. Alabama State is laying 2.5, and I personally find this insulting. Guess who's 6-1 at home this year? Florida A&M. Guess who's 1-10 on the road this year? It is Alabama State. I know some people doubt that I'm a SWAC specialist, but I am. And guys, lock Florida A&M plus 2.5. Just take a little, take that plus 125 money line. Bieniek, it sounds like you're with me.
Yeah, Cocktail Napkins got the Rattlers -1, so I'm all in on the SWAC today. I'm wearing my Southern shirt. That's going to be a great game today. Southern and Jackson State. Yeah, give me the Rattlers.
Triple lock back?
Battle. I'm fading the 5-game win streak. They just got my team of the week in this week as well. So they're all retweeting it, butter him up, and I'm going to take those Hornets.
That's the reason why he wanted to start that thing back up. He wanted to figure out which spots he's
some of these
fading
teams.
again.
Yeah, let's go Alabama.
We got a battle in Tallahassee at the Al Lawson Center. Dundee, Bieniek on the Rattlers, back on the Hornets. Should be noted that they played last year. Florida A&M won by 8. That was with the shitty team. Next up, we got IDub taking on McNeese State. McNeese laying 17.5 points, and I'm going to lay it. I think we should bet this.
This is down a full point since you made the slide, I believe.
Okay, 16.5.
Yes.
Should we go in on this, Mac?
I'm just going to take IDub, but no bet. I sometimes I just think that they're going to just come back and absolutely drill them. They may, but I think I like what I've seen from IDub lately. So I'll take the points, but I'm not betting against McNeese off the loss.
I think they come back and absolutely drill them.
I'm with you, Bieniek. Let's go.
They have the worst defense in the conference. McNeese off a loss. Incarnate Words won 2 in a row. Beautiful spot. I'm all over the Pokes right now. Let's lock it up. They blow them up by 25.
Double lock on the Pokes.
Cocktail napkins got it at 20.5.
This got that Kansas UCF feel to it. Seems too easy.
Speaking of Kansas UCF, Virginia is heading to Pitt.
God damn. Do I really have to talk myself into?
Is this the most boring game on the schedule this day? Pitt's laying 12.5. Give me the Wahoos plus 12.5. No bet. What are you doing here?
They're so bad on the road. I mean, I'm on Virginia. Should we bet Virginia? Have they shown any pulse on the road? Yeah, they did win at Miami. I don't know if I count that. What do you think?
I'm not betting this. I'm not betting this fucking
I think
game.
I'm going to stay away too. Pitt's good against the shit teams. That's what they do. They fucking win all these phony games to pad it up, and they'll probably drill them. But yeah, give me Virginia. No bet. Ugh.
Lamar is in Hammond, Louisiana. Shout out to the great Keith Landry. Both teams 13-9. Lamar won by 5 last time they played. Sela's laying 3.5. I think this is a Sela spot because Lamar's won 4 in a row. I will bet these fucking Lions. You coming?
Yes, I like Sela here. I think that they're better than Lamar this year. I know Lamar's the hot team right now, but Sela and their experience, they pull away here, win by 5 or 6. Let's go.
Double lock on Sela. They're 5-2 at home. Let's go. And then, what the fuck is this? Alabama A&M is heading to Daytona, Florida, where Bethune-Cookman's undefeated at home. However, the last time they played Alabama A&M, they won by 2. And I'm seeing 9.5. I think it dropped a point. I'm seeing 8.5 now, but still, Bethune's my squad. But what is this? I mean, should we just take this blindly because this line is absurd?
Yeah, I want to take Alabama A&M.
Why is this number so big? Noah, what does your cocktail napkin say on this game?
Fade Bethune off that Alabama State win.
I'm trying to find the game. Hold on. 9.5.
Really?
So yeah, right on the.
I actually think we take A&M as well.
I'm taking A&M. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go. Alabama A&M. I see a 9 out there right now. Next up, this game's awesome. And my slide is not because it got cut off because I'm a jackass. But North Carolina Central is in Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk State coming off the big game, laying 9.5.
Yeah, off overtime.
I'm all over Central here, man. Give me Central in the points. Double lock.
Yeah, I love Lavelle Moden here, man. I think this is a good dog spot for him, and we're gonna fade Norfolk off that overtime hard game against South Carolina State.
Yeah, completely agree. Next up, Bieniek is wearing the Southern shirt. They're laying 7.5 against Jackson State.
Fire game. This is way too many points, though.
Way too many. I think the angle was Southern 7-0 at home.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. Give me the 7.5. Jackson State. Lock it up. You there?
I am. I'm a little worried this might be that public dog, but I mean, I'll dive into it. Let's go.
Yeah.
This too many points. Close game.
You know, Southern has a top 25 defensive rated team. That is pretty shocking. Morgan State is in Dover, Delaware, taking on Delaware State. I will lay the 3.5 with the Hornets of Delaware State. What are you doing here?
Both of these teams are fucking 3-game win streaks. So getting both teams hot right here. I'm gonna take Morgan State in the points. I think they're slightly better this year. So getting points, give me Morgan State.
Houston Christian, our boys.
Hitler.
And this number's off. They're catching 7.5 against the Nazis.
Don't overthink it.
This is a smash play. Plus 260 on the money line.
Yes.
Triple lock on Houston Christian,
Money line.
folks. Yes, for 100%. I agree.
Nicholls is the team of the week, Noah, in the Southland.
Perfect.
Yeah.
After the win, this is after the win against McNeese. Houston Christian lost a game after they had won 6 in a row. Still, this is 8. What are we getting? This 8 points.
8. I see 8 out. I mean, there is 8 out there right now. Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's
go. Triple lock. Next up, the Mexicans are heading to Natchitoches, Louisiana. Take Northwestern State.
Need a Kleenex?
Yeah. UTRVG is laying 1 in Natchitoches. We gotta take Western State here.
They are the home team. We like them bouncing back after two road losses. And I guess Nagastocious.
I think we're gonna make a lot of money in Nagastocious. Let's go.
Up Northwestern State. Let's go. Get this Mexican shit out of here.
Let's go. Double lock on these demons. Next up, Corpus Christi's heading to Commerce to take on the Chinese food restaurant. Corpus Christi's laying 7.5. Stop it. Commerce
is off the win.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. It's a rivalry game. These are both A&M schools, all right? No. These are both A&M schools. It means something down there. This is a rivalry game. You didn't know this?
They just have the same name. I don't think they could care less about one another.
Oh no, they're rivals. They're rivals. I'm telling you. I know a thing or two about this old college sports thing. Give me Commerce and the points.
He just sees these two as East Texas schools with the name Texas A&M in it.
Any of the A&M schools playing each other is a rivalry game.
Aren't they East Texas, whatever now too?
Yes.
Yeah, that never happened to me.
It's still East Texas A&M, I believe.
I'll lay it with Corpus Christi. Actually, I'll take the points, but
now he's coming along.
It is a lot of points with Corpus Christi, but I don't think it's a rivalry game. It's gonna be 2 people at this game.
Hey, it's still a rivalry game between the schools. I mean, I don't know if you know about this, guys, but they've been playing for quite a while.
In what rivalry series do they only play once a year?
Well, I can just tell you, yeah. I mean, West Virginia Pitt, the backyard brawl.
Well,
yeah, but they're not the same way.
In conference.
Conference expansion. Fuck that one. Fuck this one.
There's a lot actually. There's a lot. So, how about
New Orleans a bigger rival for Corpus Christi than East Texas A&M, Mac. They play New Orleans twice this year. They don't see Rob's logo twice.
Rob Donaldson's logo. I got nothing more to add to this game.
I like the Islanders.
Are you locking the Islanders?
I'm betting the Islanders here. And Commerce off their first conference win of the year. Islanders, they've lost 3 of the last 4, 2 in a row. I think this is a get right spot for them.
All right. There we go.
Thank you.
Bieniek.
Here for you.
Locking up the Islanders. 3-7 on the road in a rivalry game. Have fun.
Hilarious.
The 3 road wins are all in conference, Colby. We got this.
Look, I wish you the best, buddy. That's just in a rivalry game. That's just Lone Star State. You're on your own there, buddy. Stephen F. Austin, the Lumberjacks are in New Orleans. I will lay the 5.5. I guess I could bet this.
I was going to say Stephen F. actually has looked pretty good since the coaching change. Feels like a smash spot against a really bad New Orleans team.
Let's go. Double lock on the Jacks. Soundboard's going to die any second here, by the way. Just FYI.
So that's why it's a quick show.
You're goddamn right. That and I wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Why would you do that to the fans? Yep. South Carolina State in DC taking on Howard. I'm excited to watch this game. The Bulldogs are laying 1.5. Howard's coming off the rivalry game against Hampton. Give me State.
Did they actually play that game?
They did.
Did it? I don't.
They
remember.
They lost by 1. Howard lost by 1 in overtime. Yeah.
They both are coming off overtime games.
I like State. I think State's the better team.
I am too. I'm locking up South Carolina State. They're 500 in this league, and I think they're a lot better than this.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
Gets it done.
All right. Charleston is heading to Williamsburg, where it is Moneyline MAC. Maybe yeah. Charleston's laying 2.5. Give me William & Mary here. This is a sneaky spot. Give me this bullshit Bill and Mary. Actually, I don't know. I hate William. You know my problem with William & Mary here. But yeah,
you take Charleston if I want Bill and Mary.
I want Bill and Mary here though. I think the line is telling you. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to this one tomorrow night. 8:00 tip, CBS Sports Network. I like Bill and Mary. I think defensively they can bother Charleston. And they got embarrassed the other night. They've had 4 days off since then. I think they come out and put it on Charleston and win this game outright. I think the wrong team.
I'll join you. You're definitely going to lose this now. It's like just paying off a little payment, you know. You take $100, Bill and Mary.
Something tells me I'm not going to fit in with the crowd tomorrow at this fucking game.
Yeah, you should dress as one of those Jamestown reenactors. You know, reenactment. You go just what am I? I can't fucking talk right now. The blacksmith. You should dress as a fucking blacksmith. Say you just got off the job. Basically, like that Cleveland State mascot that we put up on here a lot. What the fuck are we talking about? Coppin State is at Maryland Eastern Shore.
We can go back to that other game.
This is the game of the day right here. This is the game of the fucking day right here.
362 versus 360 on compound here.
I'm gonna lay it. You don't just walk into Princess Anne and get a dub. No bet. What are you doing here?
I will never lay points with Maryland Eastern Shore. Those words will never come out of my mouth. I'll take the points.
Next up, Alcorn. Alcorn is catching 3.5 at Grambling. I think wrong team favored. I know they're
Watkins says that too.
I know Alcorn's 1-15 on the road. It's hard to sell yourself on a money line play with Alcorn State. But I'm there. Give me the 3.5. Ride the money line. I'm a SWAC specialist. You know, people just don't know. You guys with me or what?
I'm battling you. I'm taking Grambling. I think they bounce back off Saturday's loss. Better program. Grambling puts it away here.
Bieniek?
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for the SWAC specialist's opinion on this game because Cocktail Napkin has an edge here. And then he went with the side that I wanted. So I'll take the Braves. Grambling's got 3 wins this year in the SWAC. 2 of them are against Mississippi Valley State and Arkansas Pine Bluff. It didn't blow out either one of them, respectively. So
National TV game here, guys.
I like Alcorn. Yeah, this
We got a battle in Grambling. Dundee and Phoenix. Braves on the warpath. Mac, go with Grambling.
This
Does,
game will start on time. This game
was-
has to start on time because it's a national TV game.
I was just about to say, does ESPNU know that this game's going to start a half hour late?
I think they actually moved the women's game up like an hour on the national TV games. I'm like,
yeah.
why can't you do that for all the other games? Why does it have to be the national TV game that fucking makes you get your shit together?
I mean, yeah, it's tipping off at 9. I'm not sure if that's that might be the latest tip for a SWAC game this season. So
Dude, shout out to the SWAC though, man. I mean,
Taking advantage.
they're getting creative. They're finding a way to get their product on a national TV. The other game is what? Norfolk and Central. So we got a MEAC SWAC doubleheader.
I actually enjoy the Monday night slate. I really do.
yeah, I think this is a solid slate.
Yeah. North Texas is in Birmingham, Alabama, taking on the Blazers.
I love this game.
I think this line also may have flipped through the
It
number.
did. Yeah.
I'm gonna lock up UAB here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I disagree with the line movement here.
Yeah. If it was in Denton, it's a different story.
Correct.
But in Birmingham, blaze on. Is this a triple lock?
I'm locking up UAB. If you remember, they played on what? New Year's Eve. North Texas won at the buzzer. UAB swept them last year. I think UAB's better than them. It's a contrast to styles. You got the offensive team versus the defensive team, but I think they control it here in their home atmosphere. UAB, lock it up.
Triple lock on the Blazers. Oh boy, the Lumberjacks of NAU heading into Ogden, Utah. So this is something's got to give. I think the Lumberjacks are the team I trust more. Give me Northern Arizona. I'm seeing 1.5 out there. Give me the 1.5 with the Lumberjacks. I am not betting this fucking game. What are you doing here?
Oh, revenge is on my mind. They dropped a 3-point game to Northern Arizona. I'm going back to the well. Weber on, baby. Lock it up. There it is. February's our month.
Unbelievable.
February's our month.
Second to last game. This is the best game of the day. Iowa State in Lawrence, Kansas laying 2.5. My first thought is Iowa State. I just trust them a little bit more than Kansas. But are they really gonna lose a third? Would this be the third loss in the PHOG this year?
Yeah, West Virginia, Houston, and then it'd be Iowa State.
I think we got to take Kansas then. That just doesn't happen, right?
It's funny because you're getting them both desperate as fuck here. Iowa State's lost 2 in a row. Do they lose 3 games in 7 days? Does Kansas lose a third home game in a 30-day window? They've only lost 19 times in Bill Self's 25 years there, whatever it is. I am going to lock up Kansas. I will go back to the well and trust the PHOG.
Trust the whistle.
Yeah. Trust the referees.
I'll follow you in this. I'll follow you on this.
Rock chalk.
Jayhawks minus the 2.5 double lock. And I got one more play out there. Northern Colorado's laying 1.5 in Pocatello. Lock. Idaho State's off the rivalry game.
Yeah.
Great time to fade. What are you doing here?
Yeah, so this is Idaho State's 3rd game in 5 days. They just got the team of the week in this league as well. So they got their award, Bieniek. Northern Colorado puts a statement out here. They win by 5 or 6, I think. Let's go.
Double lock on these Bears. And now we get to our top plays of the day. And I'm just going to start off here. I think the top plays of the day for me, how many are we doing? 3 or 4? 4? All right. Mine is UAB 1, Northern Colorado 2, Kansas 3. And at number 4, I think it is Florida A&M. Bieniek.
Number 1, Houston Christian. I even like it on the money line.
Ooh, that is a good one. That's my 5th.
They're getting 8, which I think is kind of crazy. Nicholls off the McNeese win there. Speaking of McNeese, I like McNeese to re-drill it now that they go home off a loss. And they're facing Incarnate Word, who has the worst defense in the league, and they've won 2 in a row. I think it's a perfect spot. Number 3, I like Florida A&M. I think they win that game. Number 4, give me Corpus Christi going back to the Southland. I'm going to lock up the 7.5 with the Islanders there.
Mac, fire.
Kansas, UAB, Colgate, and Bill and Mary.
There we go, folks. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Check out the pregame show tomorrow. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Thanks for everyone checking us out.
Tuning on the lead mic tomorrow. Pregame.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the great Troy Tuning. At youtube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us, folks. So if you can, do us a solid. Check out the College Baseball Experience. SEC, ACC, Big 12 previews all out. Big 10 coming this Wednesday. Also, check out the College Football Experience. Coaching hires, schedule release. Big 12 schedule comes out, Tuesday? We've been talking all about it. So check out all of those. All right. Till next time, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we, just went out. Soundboard just went out.
I got you. Hold
on. Till next time. There we go.
Hilarious.